Hey guys, what is going on? It is Tough, and welcome to my tutorial of Open Broadcaster software. So, I've had a lot of requests to do this video, and people are like, what do you record with, and how do you do it, what are your settings, and here you go. Let's do this video. So you can get Open Broadcaster software. I'm going to call it OBS from now on because it's a lot shorter. You can get OBS for free at obsproject.com, so just go ahead and download it from here. It's completely free, so there's no, you can try it out. If you don't like it, delete it, then boom, move on. But I like it. It's free. It does everything I want and then some. So here's the, the download link, and I'm using the latest version right here, but you can also grab the test build. So this one has some new features, some bug fixes, but I still like to grab the latest stable version. But you can always, if you're like really tech savvy, you can grab the test builds. But for my tutorial purposes, I'm going to be using the, the latest stable build. So go ahead and download that. And this is only available for Windows. There is not a Mac version yet, but he did say he wants to do one, but that's going to be a lot of, work and stuff. So there might be one coming, but I don't know. I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. If you're looking for something for Mac or Linux, just find something else for now, and then if you want OBS later, then if it comes out, then cool. But let's go ahead and start it up. Let's open it up, and I'm not going to show you how to install it. Like, you shouldn't need help with that. But it's opening up on my second monitor over here, and I've got some scenes already set up. Just ignore these completely. This is my settings that I used to record with all the time, so we're going to ignore that for now. But first, let's get your settings so you have really good crystal clear quality, and then we'll work on the scenes and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully you should be able to zoom in on this. I'm using Camtasia to record, so this is not actual OBS quality right now, so just don't think that's that. So let's go into settings, or you can actually click settings right here. It's the same thing. So right here you can set your profile. So you can have as many profiles as you want. And the cool thing is, if you cancel this, you can go profiles, boom, you switch to your profiles. So boom, now I'm going to record in 720, now I'm going to record in 1080. And it saves my settings. So if you look at that, it even saves those settings. It's pretty beast. So let's go back to settings. So right now I'm editing file output 1080p. This is for 1080p outputting right now. And this video is mainly focused on recording. If you want to be streaming, I can sort of help you with that, but I haven't done it a lot. I've done it once with OBS. So, don't count on me too much for that one, but I can get you really crystal clear recording quality, and it's awesome. So let's go ahead and go down to encoding. This is the most important part, and this is for 1080p video recording. Now, if you look at YouTube's suggested stuff, they suggest a bitrate of 8,000 or 8 megabits, but 8,000 kilobits. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't look good enough. We're going for 15,000 right here. And I'll explain in a second, but first, go ahead and change your quality to 10. Set it to 10. No questions. You don't. This thing always at 10. No reason why you shouldn't. People are like, oh, well, you can set it to 7 and it still looks good. No. 10. No questions. This video is for the absolute best quality you can get. You need to have a good computer to run this. You need to be able to know what you're doing and have a good computer, because I'm not looking for, oh man, I wonder if I can record 1080p at, 0 quality and 10. No. We're looking for the best stuff here. Only the best. Now, I have experimented with this a lot, and pretty much the bitrate is, the higher the bitrate, the higher the quality, in sort of terms. But pretty much the higher this goes, the less pixelation you have. The lower this goes, the more pixelation you have. So YouTube suggests 8,000, and the buffer size, I have no idea what this does. I've done so much research. People say, well, set this to double your bitrate, set this to 0, set this to 10,000 billion things. I've heard a lot of things. I've even looked on the OBS forums. There is not a legit perfect answer out there. I would suggest leaving this at the same as your max bitrate. But how the bitrate actually works is when you record a video, it will go ahead and fluctuate the bitrate depending on how action sequenced you are. So if you're doing a really high, spinning around doing 360 no scopes, you want to have a higher bitrate than if you're just recording your screen. Like literally the only thing moving on my screen right now is this stuff over here and my mouse. I could run at a really low bitrate of like maybe 1,000 or maybe even lower, and it wouldn't make a difference because there's nothing really moving intense. But if I start recording like this, then yeah, I want a higher bitrate. But this is for general all-purpose. 15,000 looks the best. And the higher you up the bitrate, the higher the quality, but the bigger the file size. And the reason I like OBS is because it records really compressed. So you can just upload this file straight from OBS to YouTube because it records in an MP4 format. And I'll explain that a bit later, but bitrate is the most important thing. This is what people have a lot of trouble on. If you are not uploading to YouTube and this is for your personal use, then I would go 20,000 here, because 20,000 looks perfectly crystal clear in my eyes, and like it looks really good. But when you upload it to YouTube, they do butcher the quality, they re-encode it. So that's why I do 15,000. Normally I would do 20,000, but YouTube buffers it a little bit and it looks worse. I could probably lower this to 10,000, but it's just I want to get the perfect quality I can. So just match my settings here. If you're doing 720p recording, then I would lower this probably down to 10,000 or maybe 8,000. So that's for 720. For 1080, just match my settings here. Alright, you guys, so I wanted to show you a little thing right here. Sorry for cutting in, by the way. This part is actually being recorded by OBS. It's going to be rendered in the same video, so it's not perfect quality, but it is recorded by OBS. So I wanted to show you this. So this is a video that was recorded by OBS. I'll show you the properties on it. It is 1.5 gigabytes, and the details, it is... You can see the data rate I recorded it at. I recorded this at 15,000 bitrate, and I can't really show you the length of it. Oh, there it is. 23 minutes. So I wanted to show you how the bitrate works a little bit more in depth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search bitrate viewer. Bitrate. Can I spell bitrate? Oh my gosh. There it is. Bitrateviewer.exe. I will have these programs in the description if you want to check them out. So I'm going to press load, and I'm going to load, not that one. I want to load this one. And it's going to load. Okay, that was pretty fast. But look how the bitrate fluctuates. The bitrate is not always going to be at its highest point. So you can see the max bitrate right here is 20,000. That is above my 15,000 limit. It's because it fluctuates depending on how much things are going on. So look, I'll show you. The beginning part right here of this video was very intense. The bitrate was very high. But at this point right here, let's see, about 17 minutes in, the video slowed down and it didn't need quite as high a bitrate to compensate. So let's go ahead and open the video, and let's see, this is my Hunger Games footage. So let's go ahead and skip to 17 minutes in here. So right about, let's see, right about here. Right about. Now let's see what I was doing at this time that wasn't very intense.
So to that island?
Yeah, turn that off. So it looks like I was doing a lot of swimming in water, and there's not very many things that are rendered out here. So the video didn't need such a high bitrate to just go ahead and go crazy. But you can see at the very beginning where I was doing all my craziness right here, like it was very, you know, high intensiveness on the bitrate. So that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. So the max bitrate is your average bitrate. It's like the where it can go at the highest, but it can still go higher, and it's going to be a lot lower at some points in time. So I hope that makes somewhat of sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut back. For audio, AAC all the time. Don't even mess with MP4. AAC sounds perfect, clear, great. Bitrate 320. The reason why I do such high, you won't notice a difference between like any of these, but I do it because, all right, really, what's 320 compared to 15,000 here? It's gonna sound amazing, and you're not killing your computer by putting it at 320. It's just not doing any like major damage there. So 320 because I can. Normally I would recommend anything above 128. 128, you will notice a difference between 128 and 192. Don't mess with these unless you're, you know, don't. Just keep it above 128 and you'll be good. So I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of going through this fast because this video will get kind of long. So this is where you choose if you are live streaming or not. So right now I have to file output because I'm going to be file outputting here. If you want to do a live stream, you go ahead and choose your streaming service. Let's go Twitch. You choose your, I don't want to go into this. It's technical, but you choose, your server here, and you want to choose the one with the least ping. You can download a program called JTV Ping. It will give you the one with the lowest ping. Paste your server stream key here. Disable this because I don't like it. What will happen is if you are disconnected from your stream and like you stop, your internet dies, it will automatically reconnect in 10 seconds. But okay, why would you? I like to know what's going on with my stream. I don't want it automatically doing stuff. I just like to have everything going on. So, and you can choose the stream delay here. So if you're playing like Call of Duty and you've got a lot of people joining in your stream and killing you because I see exactly where you are, set this thing to like 60 seconds. So the stream is a 60-second delay from when you're actually streaming it, so nobody can, go spawn kill you or something like that. I don't know what this does. Your dashboard link, this is pretty much the link that will be copied to your clipboard when you start streaming. So you can just go ahead and paste your dashboard link or whatever. If you want to record at the same time you're streaming, you can choose this, and then you can choose the file path. And you can set the stream hotkey. I have mine to number pad 0. I'm going through this fast because you should know what some of this stuff does, okay? If you're a hardcore, you know, if you know what videos are and stuff like that, then you should understand what this is. So now let's go ahead and browse for wherever you want your video to be saved to. Let's do desktop, all right? And you're gonna need to name the actual video file. For instance, I can't say put it to my desktop, save. You can't. You have to name it. So let's just name, or if I can spell it right. So you just save it wherever you want. I like mine in my second hard drive, but you can put it to your desktop, whatever. I'm not going to save those settings. So video, you always want your base resolution right here to be the size of your monitor. And you're going to have a lot of trouble recording with OBS if your monitor isn't a 16:9 resolution. So if your monitor isn't one of these resolutions right here, then, you know, one of these or this one, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. You're going to get letterboxing and stuff like that. So you want to have a monitor that is a 16:9 resolution. I would only recommend a 1080p monitor. Don't get a 720p monitor. I don't even know if they have those. But get a 1080p monitor so you can do your hardcore recording. And you can choose to record monitor 1, but just why wouldn't you? And then this is resolution downscale. So this is the physical, you know, resolution you'll be recording at. So you can record at 720 by choosing 720. So it's going to downscale it to 720, and yeah, that's that. But I will record at 1080p, so I choose none. Your FPS here, this is the FPS you will record at. And I record at 30 FPS because YouTube uploads at 30 FPS. You can't upload higher than 30 FPS on YouTube at the moment. And I would do like 60, but that would kill my computer. My file sizes would be huge, and I don't want to deal with that. I've been doing 29.97 for forever, and so 30 FPS is good. You can do whatever you want, but I would really strongly recommend 30. And disable arrow at startup. Please check this if you want to. All right, I know it looks ugly with this. You know, my theme is black, and I've got a blue taskbar, but it's not going to work if you don't disable this. If you're on Windows 8, don't worry. But if you're on Windows 7 or below, you need to disable this. You will lag to poop in games. It will not work. I've tried it. I have a beast of a computer, GTX 680, Core i7 3770K, overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM. You can't do it. It's impossible. Disable this. Don't go through the headaches of trying to figure out what it is. Now, your desktop audio device, this is your speakers. You want to choose your speakers here, because, you know, you don't want to be recording your, you know, whatever this stuff is. Just, this is the desktop audio. So what is being pushed out to you, it's also going to record. So whatever your speakers are playing is what also is going to be recorded here. So you want to choose your speakers. You might need to play around with this, but Bye.